Here's the next part of the 30 meter transceiver project. Making some progress here, slow but sure. Had a bunch of other things pop up like a broken washing machine to fix, but anyway, back to this a little bit now. And what I've done is added a little QRP transmitter section to it. It's not working 100% just yet. I've got the proper transistor coming tomorrow. I think this will be the first part I've had to purchase that didn't come out of my junk box for this whole project. So anyway, it's been a cheap one. So let me focus in a little bit here and show you what's new. All right, here's what's new. First, what's old. The digital dial. This little meter here is an aid to see how the transmitter's doing. That just looks at the transmitter driver and final collector current. So that's not a permanent thing. That's just a handy little test aid. Here's the VFO 8-volt regulator. Everything runs off of 8 volts except for the driver and the final run off of 12 to get a little extra gazouts. So that's all switched differently. New last time was this switch here, this PNP transistor that provides plus 12 volt or plus 8 volts regulated to the transmit mixer. At the same time, the key line keys that, of course. And now I've added a transistor here at the muting circuit that will shut off everything audio-wise going to the final audio amplifier. Here's the IF bandwidth control, works real good. And a new transistor here that shorts the receive antenna input line to ground during transmit. So the idea is to leave the receiver active, leave the audio amplifier active, and just let enough audio sneak through to act as a side tone, and it'll provide 100% QSK at the same time. Okay, now here's the new part here, the transmitter. The mixer was the last part here. We got this far with the mixer. There's a driver transistor here and a final that's not working just yet because it isn't the right one, but I put it in there for looks. Tomorrow I should have 3 new finals, the right ones coming. And so anyway, that's pretty cool. Over here, a low pass filter to filter the output a little bit. And thinking about this a little bit more, I may have to look at the minus products here of the mixer, somewhere around 2 megahertz. That may sneak through. I may have to filter that out somehow depending on how big of a component it is. I didn't think about that when I was putting this all together, but we'll see how bad that is. Alright, now if I key the transmitter here, you'll notice that the receiver mutes and the collector current rises just a bit, and I mean just a bit. See a wiggle there? Let off the key, the receiver comes back. So I'm and with an RF probe I can see I'm getting a little amplification out of the driver, but this transistor I've got plugged in for a final is not working at all. So rather than mess with it and look for another one in the junk box, I'm just going to wait until the eBay transistors show up. But I just key it off and on. Now if I disconnect my FET switch down here, I can use that as a side tone, and that's kind of the plan here. So 100% QSK, and use the actual received signal as a side tone. Now when I start drawing all kinds of collector current, we'll see how that works out. But I got a plan for that, I think. Anyway, that Italian station been calling CQ on here is very loud. I'm sure you guys have been copying that. Okay, we'll keep this short because I know it's not in focus, but I wanted you to see what it looks like when I key the transmitter and receive it on the K3. That's both my side tone and the receive audio off the K3. Both the homebrew receiver here and the K3 are copying that W5 just fine. I wonder if you hear me. Anyway, that's where we're at. So next we'll put in the right transistor, see if we can get it biased up right, get some gazettes out of this thing, and then figure out if I want to make any more improvements or figure out how to package the whole thing and put it in a nice little box. So anyway, that's the update. Keep on tinkering. See you all later. Stay safe. Stay at home. Over.